They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
26, Mike. I'm going back to you.
Now Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week. And I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level. And they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
Second and 8.
Check back 27. Check back 27.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Pushing his way through, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give. This is Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20, nowhere to go. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Off play action, Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down, it's Hall. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Jets 7.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, man, watch the blue, watch the blue. Black. 36, check 99, check 99.
Now Cook running right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You think about this strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Fields.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 11.
To throw is Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On first down, Cook. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch it. Come on, switch line.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch the run. Shoot. Watch the twist.
They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Cousins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
33-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One play action, Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. It's caught. Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Fields throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Vikings 24, Jets 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Handoff comes to Cook. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Now here's Ross. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Vikings 31-yard line.
From the 31, Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Fields on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Now Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great work.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
28, Vikings 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. They start the drive with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Check Mike. Yo, 27. Hey, Fever. Switch. Quick dad. Hey, flipper.
Here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. 1 yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
They snap it to Fields.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Cousins to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's back to throw.
Again, he targets more. This one is complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Fields throwing again. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
49 is the Mike 29. Here we go. 49 is the Mike 29.
Now Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year.
And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.